Okay, so this slightly longer video will walk you through group task 2. Okay, take note that I have 2 slides before I move to the rubrics segment. Okay, so group task 2 will be having a draft and a final version. Okay, draft, there's a light bulb over here that you can see. It means that your mentors are going to review your work. Okay, so for group task 1, if you can recall, okay, your mentors will not provide you with the feedback. You work on it, you submit, and it is being graded. Okay, group task 2 will have the mentors coming in, just like your junior high to 3 performance tasks where you have your tutors giving you feedback. Okay, so there will be 2 weeks given to the teachers, okay, to provide you with the feedback, 2 to 3 weeks, okay, depending on your teacher's schedule. Okay, they will either meet you up or if they provide the written feedback to you. Please take initiative to clarify the feedback pointers if you need. Okay, I will let you know what are the things that you should be working on while waiting for your teachers to get back to you with feedback in a while. Okay, so but just let us run through the key pointers of group task 2. Okay, so now that you have chosen a location for your housing development, the next step is to develop a design plan. Okay, so that will mean it's something like a blueprint. Okay, I will let you go and research on what a blueprint is. Okay, you may see some professionally drawn ones. Okay, just note that we are not expecting complicated blueprints. Okay, the blueprint should outline your design plans. Okay, your design plans will also mean that you should decide on the design features. Okay, design features that will align with the 3 stated goals. Okay, and you can choose to include the links of these design features to the perspectives. Okay, so you have chosen your perspectives before this, okay, in group task 1. Now leveling up is using your perspectives. What kind of features should I put into my design plan, okay, such that I can achieve or align to all the 3 stated goals. Okay, so for each goal, the design plan should include at least 2 features for each goal. Okay, so for example, in your design plan, there should be 2 different unique features that will address nature for all, okay, as a goal. Likewise for the 2 other goals. Okay, point 3 will mean that when you are thinking about your design features, okay, you should integrate STEM concepts. Okay, STEM referring to science, technology, engineering, and math concepts. Okay, and illustrate. Okay, share with us how are they applied in the 4 design features. Okay, you will. Okay, so based on number 2, okay, you would be able to come up with at least 6 features addressing the 3 guiding goals. Out of the minimal 6 that you have came up with, okay, you should apply STEM concepts to explain how at least 4 of them are linked to STEM. Okay, so choose at least 4 design features out of the many design features you have decided on. Okay, explain how are they working, how are they allowing you to address the goals, okay, by linking them to science concepts, engineering concepts, math concepts, again, technology concepts. Okay, so STEM. Point 4 is related to you recognizing that once I come up with this housing development plan, okay, what are the impacts associated with building it there? Okay, so share with us at least four impacts associated with your plan with detailed elaboration. Okay, point 5 is for each of these impacts, share with us or rather propose at least one mitigation measure, okay, for each of this impact with good explanation. Okay, so that means at the end of the day, you have 4 mitigation measures being shared, each of them linking to 4 unique impacts that we have raised in point 4. Okay, so before I toggle to rubrics, I will just run through the next part. Okay, so after you submit your draft, you'll be waiting for your mentors to revert with feedback. Okay, meanwhile, you will use the given self-peer assessment slide template. Independently, you work on it first. Okay, and then once every member is done with the form, set a deadline, of course. Okay, meet up with a group, okay, meet up with your team, okay, and share with each other how you rank or grade one another. Okay, so this is, it may seem a little bit daunting or awkward, okay, but you got to learn how, if your friend is, contributing very well as a member or not contributing so well as a member, how has the team collaborated so far? It's a reflection point, right? Okay, if there's a problem, someone is just doing every single work, then you know it's a problem. Okay, then you got to have the courage to step up and speak with one another, communicate with one another to find out and pinpoint what are the issues and improve as a team. Okay, remember, everyone is just trying to get, one another to be a better team member, okay, a team player. Okay, this will help you and serve you very well when you go into the working world in the near future. Okay, so I repeat, point one means taking the form or taking the slide template that I have posted on your Google Classroom. Okay, you are supposed to complete it independently, okay, before you meet up as a group. Okay, when you meet up as a group, share with one another what you have prepared and then iron out the differences or any conflicts or any miscommunication. Okay, these assessment sheets are to be submitted even though they are ungraded. Okay, your mentors will want to know how you have worked. Okay, at this point, I just want to highlight if there are any issues that the team is not able to iron out. Okay, so you meet up and there are still disagreements that you are not able to iron out. This is the time, okay, to highlight to your mentors, okay, and you say, yeah, I need help to mitigate or to talk about the differences. Someone is just not contributing. We have tried this and that. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, and you need a teacher's help. Okay, so this is the point. Okay, you will notice that all along we didn't talk about how teachers will help you to manage the friends who are not contributing, not responding to WhatsApp. Is because we are hoping that the students will navigate these challenges, the group dynamic challenges on your own first, okay, and eventually know that we are here to support, okay, so you need to take the initiative at this point to flag to your mentors, okay, if you need help, okay. Okay, point three, okay, by then, by week 6, okay, your mentors would have given you the feedback, okay, and from here, this is where the suggested role switch is taking place. Okay, the second leader will now take over, okay, to lead the group to process the mentor's feedback, to revise your group task 2 before submission. Okay, and then once it's done, submit your write-up and your blueprint, okay, for your final mentor's grading. Okay, and then while after you're done, okay, you can start creating your models, or as soon as you're done, if there's not much changes to be made, you can start creating your model of your housing development, okay, using recyclables. Okay, so this is to be used for the presentation at Perspect Expo. Okay, there is no need to submit any draft submission. Okay, so now I'm going to toggle to the rubrics. Okay, so on this particular Google site, I have indicated the deadlines for both the draft, which is ungraded, as well as the graded task 2. Okay, so task 2, there should be 2 things that you are submitting, the blueprint as well as the write-up, okay, as to the connections of design features to the goals, as well as the STEM concepts. Okay, so I'm just going to run you through. Okay, at this moment, you should be able to come up with interesting title for your development plan too. Okay, so have that creativity coming. Okay, so suggested template is over here. Suggested once again means that you don't have to use it. Okay, so okay, so under design plan, okay, for blueprint, we are looking at the sketch quality as well as the annotation. Okay, so your sketches should be clear, and if there's a need, you should supplement the sketches, okay, on the side to just make sure you have clearly illustrated the design features as a group. Okay, annotation should also be included because they will help to describe the design features. Okay, so likewise, if you expand, you should be able to read a little bit more notes on the breakdown of the different levels. Okay, you notice that I will only go through level 3 of the rubric so that you know what is the expectation of each criterion. Okay, so the second criterion is the alignment of the design features, because there can be so many design features that one can fit into the development design plan. Okay, but we want you to follow the guiding goals. Okay, so your design should have at least 2 features that will demonstrate alignment to the 3 different goals. Okay, so first row that you see here is aligned to the homes for everyone. The second row is crediting you for giving at least 2 features that align with the goal that says nature for all. And the last one will be alluding to the net zero for tomorrow. Okay, so that is why there are 3 identical rows, each crediting you for giving at least 2 features for each goal. Then you got to have the STEM integration. So just now I mentioned, out of the 6 design features that you should be coming up with, okay, there should be at least 4 that have STEM concepts involved. Okay, and then you got to explain how the STEM principles are applied in your design features. Okay, so basically, how can you use STEM concepts to explain that the design features will allow or enable us to be well aligned with the 3 guiding goals. Okay, then the environmental impact assessment that I mentioned about, that you should consider that upon building the housing development, what are the potential impacts that you can have. You should share at least 4 of them with comprehensive elaboration. And for each of the shared impact, there should be at least 1 mitigation measure suggested. Okay, so likewise, submission is over Google Classroom. Take note that there are 2 timelines, or rather 2 deadlines for this particular group task. The draft will be due earlier, and the title of the draft work is slightly different from the final. Okay. Okay, I will use the chance to go through a little bit on the self-peer assessment as well. Okay, so while waiting for your mentors to revert with feedback, okay, you should be performing your self-peer assessment independently before you meet up as a group. Okay, please spend some time reading this particular paragraph. It's a message that we sent as a team of junior high 4 teachers. Okay, template is over here. So please use this template. Okay, so there are only 2 things that you definitely have to use the template. One is the team contract. The other one is this particular assessment form. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Okay, the statements are elaborated over on the right side. Okay, it is given to you as a PowerPoint slide. So you should be editing and inserting your names of your peers over here. You perform once for yourself first. Okay, so ask yourself, have you been following the team norms outlined in your team contract? Okay, have you been prepared for team discussions? Have you communicated well with your team members based on your communication protocol? Have you been focused during discussion? Are you open to differing ideas and viewpoints? Okay, are you open to make changes when your feedback is given by your teammates? And did you complete all the tasks allocated by the agreed deadlines? Okay, this is for yourself. Okay, then insert your name of your friends over here. Just ignore a column if you only have a group of 5. Okay, then you do the same thing. Okay, based on the 3 different grading of expectation, EE is exceeding expectation, ME is meeting expectation, BE is below expectation. Okay, then everyone should have this sheet of assessment sheet. Okay, decide on the deadline. Okay, of course, before the submission of the assessment sheet, meet up as a group, share your feedback to one another. Okay, and iron out the differences. Okay, so I repeat once again, at this point, after you meet up and you still can't deconflict, or you still can't iron out the differences, and you have disagreement, for example, a friend thinks that he or she has done all the work, okay, but the teammates do not agree, okay, try to talk it out, discuss, communicate, but if it doesn't work, flag it to your mentor at this point. Okay, so we do expect students to try to navigate and work out the differences first before you approach your teachers. Okay, but know that we are always here to support you. But if you do not flag, you do not take initiative to raise the concern, and you do not, follow up, okay, then the teachers can't penalize your friends, or we don't have the chance to guide your friends to be better teammates. Okay, so if your mentor do step in to help, okay, please take the initiative to update your mentor if there is any improvement or if there's a need for further intervention. Okay, remember at the end of the day, if there's not enough sufficient, as in no sufficient time given for your friend to grow, okay, then it's unfair for us to penalize your child. Okay, and ultimately it's not about the penalty. Okay, so remember at the end of the day, collaboration is all about empowering one another. Okay, working as a team, okay, is a very critical skill for you to strive in the future world. Okay, okay, so similarly, you should submit your individual self-assessment task. Okay, make sure your name is well stated. Okay, so that's the end for this group task 2 as well as the peer and self-assessment.